Hello to you. My name is Big of Mustache. Well, not really. I'm more like an absent YouTuber who hasn't uploaded a video in years. If you want to know where I was all the time, I was in the bathroom.
Your bathroom.
So, a new FM version is coming, and as far as I'm writing this video, we know nothing about it. Actually, we do know that some things are not going to be in the game, so maybe instead of the thousands of features that the devs say they add to the game every year, like face painting and watch, this time we'll have a completely empty slate where you, the user, can create your own FM experience however you want. See? You can do everything in this game. But in all seriousness, if the game is delayed, it's because SI is actually trying this year, so let's hope they can deliver on that. But that being said, when it comes to how you play the game, most teams are just going to be the same thing with a little difference here and there. So in this video, I'm gonna show you new things you can do to have fun in Football Manager. As I mentioned in my other video from years ago, there are some unique teams in FM. Since I already talked about them, I'll keep it short. But if you want to see me talking about them with horrible audio because of a cheap microphone that I bought, the link is in the description. First, there's Athletic Bilbao, and as you know, only use players from the Basque country, while in Hong Kong there are plenty of teams that develop players of different nationalities, with most interesting of them all, in my opinion, being All Black, who in real life is a football club that supports African refugees in Hong Kong and also includes players of several countries. And in the game, they also have lots of guys from countries that we usually don't manage. Imagine a defense made of players from Sri Lanka, Ghana, and England. Another type of teams I mentioned were B clubs, where you're simply not in full control of your team. If you're looking for a challenge while being forced to use young players, those teams are fun to play with. Hey, I'm gonna take one of your players so he can be a bench warmer for the next game, alright? Not Miss Ronaldo, he's my best player. And the only other guy I have for his position is Little Pig with Mustache. Worry not, boss. I'll get the job done.
A few moments later.
Here! Pass the ball! I'm free! Ugh. Like I said, fun. Another one is the MLS in the United States, simply because of all the weird stuff that they have, so you're never really sure if you're doing the right thing or not. How much is a second round pick worth? Why can't I just pay with money? And that's only the surface of what the MLS is like. There's also a few teams I didn't mention in my other video that you guys point out to me. Several of you point out to me. They are hard-coded to only use players in their own academy. And hard-coded means it's something you cannot change even if you try. Some other fun teams that I didn't know last time were FC Romania from the 9th Division of England, who has a culture of developing Romanian players. Another one is Oriental Dragon from Portugal that creates several Chinese-born players, but since China doesn't allow dual citizenship, they're just from whatever country put them into. Here they're English because I wanted to test some of those teams, so I just put them in the Premier League. And just like Oriental Dragon, there's FC Lusitanos, that one from Switzerland, where most of the players will also have two nationalities, one being Portuguese and the other whatever country they're at. There are some places where the fun experience is not with the team, but with the league itself. Starting with Brazil, with the amount of games you have, it's a real challenge of squad management that you're gonna get. If that's your idea of fun. Come on guys, you know what we say here in Brazil? A day without a football match is a wasted day. So come on, let's go! Ugh. Another cool league is the Italian Serie C, and I'm not really sure if it applies to Serie D or Eccellenza as well. But the cool thing about the league is there's several ways you can attempt to get promoted. First, you can win the league. By this I mean being first place in any of the 3 groups they have. But the league also has a 4th promotion spot. If you don't win the league, you qualify for playoffs where the 2nd place up to the 10th place team in each group plays against each other until there is only one team left. But what if you didn't finish the top 10? You can still play in the playoffs as long as you win the Coppa Italia Serie C, which is a cup competition with all the 60 teams in the league. Although it is a little weird that a team can win a competition with all the other clubs in Serie C but still finish in the bottom half of their own group. And you can bet that actually happened. And last year even. One league that could be fun in the game is the Peruvian League. The way it works is simple. There's normal promotion relegation between the top 3 divisions, except the champion of the 3rd division can go straight to the top and skip the 2nd one. It led to incredible stories like Binacional jumping to the top division, winning the league only 2 years later, and a team like El Pirata making to the top tier, except they don't do that anymore, and now it's just the old boring promotion where you can't skip a division. So teams like Juan Pablo II College had to get promoted the old boring way, one step at a time. Another country that would be fun to play in if it was like in real life is Argentina. It seems their football association really does not want to see the most famous clubs being relegated, so to avoid that, they're always changing the format. Stick with me here, because this one might be a little too complicated to understand. The year is 2014, and big teams like Independiente and River Plate have been relegated in recent years. So the Argentina FA decided the top league will now have 30 teams and be played from February to December, when before it was played from August to May. Why did they do that? I don't know. So in 2015 the league had 30 teams playing against each other once and one extra match against a rival, to make things more exciting. In 2016 they changed it back, so the league was divided into 2 and lasted 4 months. 16-17 had the same format as 15, but now 4 teams were relegated and 2 teams promoted. 17-18 had 27 games because they decided to get rid of the extra one. Why? I don't know. 18-19 had 16 clubs and 19-20 had 24, so it looks like the league is going back to 20 clubs, right? Well, the pandemic happened and screwed everything, so the 2021 edition had 26 teams, so at least that is not their fault. Wait, did I say 2021? That's right, the league changed again and now only lasts between July and December, with the first semester being played with the Copa de la Liga Profesional happening. Also, the results of the Copa also count for international qualification, so they are equally important. The same format happened in 2022, except that now they have 28 teams. Don't ask me why. But at least now there's some stability because the format has been the same since then.
No! God, please, no! No!
They did it again! Okay. This time, the league will have 2 champions. But that's not crazy, that's just South American football. But now the league has 30 teams. Again, divided in 2 groups where they play against all teams in their own group and 1 rivalry match, again, against the closest rival from the other group. Also, there's an extra match, for no reason at all, against a random team from the other group, and it's going to be decided by draw, if you can trust the Argentina FA, and after that it's just classic knockout. Also, only 2 teams will be relegated, so next year we'll likely have 30 teams again. It may be hard to predict how the Argentine league will be like in the future, but at least FM could try to make it chaotic like in real life. Okay guys, I think I figured it out. If we win the next match, we go for the quarterfinals, and then we're gonna have to play a basketball match against a bunch of cartoon characters, and if we win against them, we qualify for the next round. But if we lose, we're never gonna be allowed to play golf ever again. He's very good. He's good. Yeah, but if we lose the next match, we're gonna have a friendly game against Barcelona, and if we can beat Barcelona, we're gonna have another game against our own youth team, and if we can beat our youth team, they're gonna give us a time machine so we can travel back in time, play against our own grandparents, and if we can beat our grandparents, we become our grandparents, and we also win the league. there's also some more things you can do to make the game more fun to play. Did you know that if you go to the editor and change a local region to another country, players born in any city inside the local region will have two nationalities? Both from the country the city is in and the region the city is in. One nice example of that are the teams Ceuta and Melilla. They are Spanish clubs, but their cities are in Africa, except that as far as the game cares, that doesn't matter at all. They are just Spanish teams that happen to be a little bit far from the other ones, like Las Palmas. So most players created by the club will just be Spanish. But if you change the regions, you have unique teams with players from both countries. Another thing you can do that is pretty simple is move a team to another country or even continent. It is as simple as just swapping the teams. That way you can play in your own Super League in San Marino or just make things easier for you. Another thing you can do is create rules that limit the players that the clubs can use. You know that team that you hate the most that has lots of experienced players? You can limit that. Make it so they can only use their own crappy youth players. Come on, boss, put me in. I know I can win the game for us. I can't put you on because you can only use one player above 18, and the too little pig with mustache since he can't play anymore, I'm not gonna sub him off. He hasn't moved since the beginning of the game. I think he's dead. Well, tough luck. You can also limit the number of Ragnars in the squad, so that world-class player your opponent just signed, poof, gone. And finally, you can just put an embargo on any team you want, so they can only use players they have and any players they develop. But sadly, the game only allows the embargo until the end of the century, so if you want to destroy something, it's not gonna last forever. I don't know when I'm gonna make another video. I think the best ideas are the ones that come to you when you're not trying too hard to create content, so I'm gonna make videos more casually from now on. So I guess that means see you in 3 years. Bye. Nah, I'm just joking. You didn't fall for that, right? No, you're too smart. I do plan on streaming a bit more. I'm not sure if it's going to be here or on Twitch or on both. So it'd be nice to follow me there as well. And as I always say, starting from today, please subscribe.